Good afternoon, everybody. Joshua Keene here, also known as the Red Bearded Risk Guy at Laporte Insurance. Just reaching out with another quick risk management video today. This topic is coming up a lot in conversations, pretty much all summer and all fall. It's happened several times this week in meetings with clients or prospects. And so I was wondering just if this is something that you've run into, especially if you're managing a team that involves a fleet. So if you're a construction company or trades or some sort of service business where you're sending drivers out into the field. So the challenge is you've gone through all the trouble of hiring a good candidate, which is already a major headache, and you have done background checks, you've offered them a position, they've accepted it, they said great, and you're just waiting on the motor vehicle report to start them. But then you find out that when you get the motor vehicle report, that they are not actually eligible to drive your company vehicles according to your insurance carrier. And if they do, you might be non-renewed or they wouldn't be covered. And so what happens is you either need to withdraw the job offer in some cases, which is a little bit risky in terms of employment practices. You might need to shift up the job description, which is also risky. And in worst case scenario, well, maybe this isn't worst case scenario, but I don't like this option, which is buying a standalone auto insurance policy or commercial auto insurance policy for that one driver and one vehicle in your fleet. I've seen this cost anywhere from $4,000 or $5,000 on up to $20,000-$30,000 for one vehicle and one driver. All of this is super easy to avoid, but it's a really common headache. So I wanted to put out some information on it. I'll be sharing more on it, on how to integrate fleet safety and safety stuff into your whole employee life cycle. So from attracting the candidate, hiring the candidate, all the way through their life cycle. How do you make sure you've got the right policies and processes in place to avoid this type of headache? Because if you've been through it, you know what I'm talking about. It really is the worst. And so I'll be sharing more. Feel free to comment below with your stories with this, how you've handled this. Maybe it hasn't been an issue for this and you've got some solutions. Maybe you've been through it and want to share some horror stories. But either way, I'll share more. But I'm happy to answer questions now. If you don't want to wait for me to post more, feel free to send me a message or comment below and I'll get you some more info.